What is a feint? A feint is all a little bit of acting. That's all it is. So when you're throwing some combos, right, and you've gotten someone's muscle memory to block, their muscle memory is now blocking because of your jabs that you're throwing so many of them. You can fake a jab and come in where they're open, where their kidneys, their ribs are, right? Because I'm turtled up here, trying to protect myself, protect my face from the jab, but really I'm exposing myself. A feint can be you looking that way to get your opponent to look that way. Meanwhile, you're coming off to the side to go in for a hook. So when to use a feint, when not to use it. You want to use it when your opponent respects you, when they have a little bit of fear for you, right? When they're not confident with every single blow that you're throwing at them, because it's going to make them react. When don't you want to throw a feint? When don't you want to do a feint? When your opponent doesn't respect you. When you're hitting them and all they're doing is coming in closer and closer and closer. A feint's not going to do anything in that case. You might be able to do this, but if they're coming in closer, you're just now opening yourself up. Alright, so with the feint, you want to get your opponent to think you're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. Alright, that's a good way to set up a feint. You can start off from the start, right? The start of a fight. You're like, oh, have them look that way. That's a feint. If they look, take your shot. Oh, boom, going for a hook. Alright, one of my favorite feints that I've seen that I've had to face was from an opponent who would look straight into my eyes. Right, you're supposed to look at the core area, this area when you're fighting. This opponent would look straight into my eyes and I would look back, silly me. Well, after looking back into their eyes for 2 or 3 seconds, they would do this kind of a motion. What do you think I did? I would look the same direction that that person was looking at. And they would do it over and over again. Right? You're in the middle of a fight. Boom, 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 boom. Look. And I would look. I would have to tell myself, don't look wherever he's looking. It was something that was new to me. So here's some other feints. Alright, you got some jabs going. You can feint a kick. Feint a kick, even if you don't know how to throw one. You can pretend to throw one. Maybe your opponent will try to check it. If they check it and block that kick, now they're on one leg. Meanwhile, you're on both. You're on both. It was just a fake kick. Kick that leg from underneath them. Alright, that's one. You could do other feints such as just trying to be more aggressive. Alright, if you're here, you can maybe even make some sounds. So like, ugh. See what they do. See how they react. That's the whole point. You want to get a reaction out of them, and you want to be calm. You want to be in your stance by the time they react to see an opening. And then you want to go for that opening. Whatever it is. Alright. Feints can work too. If you're throwing jabs, the person's covering. You throw a jab just to slip to the side. Alright? Or you fake a jab to go to the side. And they're already covered. Now you can attack them from the side. You don't have to restrict yourselves with feints. You can be as creative as you want to be. Alright? As dramatic as you want to be. It's fine as long as you get a reaction from it. Okay, so I can be like, look over there. Hey, if that counts as a feint, if they look, it's a feint. Look down there, behind you. If it works, it works. Alright, but if you're like behind you and they keep coming closer to you, they don't care about your feint. If you're like, they don't believe you. They don't believe you're aggressive. Alright, so you're going to have to show them. You might have to fight it out a little. fight it out, and that's okay. You might spend 20 seconds, 30 seconds trying to fight it out with someone. All right, hopefully by then they've gotten some respect for you. Some respect for you, and they fear you a little bit. You're in here fighting. Now would be a good time to throw a jab, fake a jab. Watch them guard up, but really go for the gut, because that's maybe what's exposed. If I'm covering here, my gut is exposed. Those are the basics to a feint. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can do different kinds, different styles. All right, if I'm gonna fake push a kick, maybe they're gonna back up from you. Maybe that's all you need to get your space to get up and go, to run. Maybe if someone's coming at you, rather than you turtling up and protecting yourself, you start off with a feint. All right, a feint involves quick movement usually. You're playing a psychological war with your opponent. You're trying to get into their head, trying to create the reaction that you want for yourself. So if I'm throwing a bunch of hooks, maybe you have a person that's over here with their arms to the side, guarding all the hooks. All right, they still expose the middle area. I'm gonna pretend go for a hook. This is when you can go for a push kick. This is when you can go for the gut. There's not too much to it. Be creative with it, have fun. Practice with some friends. Get them to react the way you want them to react. And if they don't react the way that you want them to react, look for the openings still. Because those openings will keep popping up for you. As you do these feints, you'll see what's open. Right? Because you're going to be calm. Normally you'd be throwing punches, maybe being a little bit stressed out and tense. So you're not really seeing everything that you need to be. But if you're just throwing a feint, you're more calm. You're not reaching out as much. You're spending less energy. You're ready to come back for another hit. All right, much love. Proud of you all for watching and learning. Subscribe to the channel. Ha!